What's happening, guys? It is 3:45 in the morning and we're just packing up everything, the final little bits and pieces. I've got all my bags and everything like that, and we're off for 8 days down in the South Island. Do some exploring and full driving, do some landscape photography, but I need a coffee and then we need to get in the car because we need to be in Wellington by about 1 o'clock today, and it's about an 8-hour drive. So let's do it.
You have a look down there?
Yeah.
Come on then.
Tui. It's a tui.
What's that?
Tui.
I can see it.
We're going camping.
Yes.
Good duck.
I'm more duck.
So hi ducks.
I'm here.
Are you hungry?
Yeah.
What are we doing, Mila? We're going in the big boat.
Yeah.
So we're just at the Inter-Islander ferry terminal now, waiting in line to go on board. But everything's been going well. We got to Wellington on time, a little bit early even, but we didn't really stop a whole lot. Yeah, the fridge is going really well. When we get to camp on the other side, I'm going to do a walk around of the Jeep if there's enough light left, and show you everything I've got, anything I've changed in the Jeep. Let's go on board.
Do you want a hat? No, just she'll give you a hat.
Under the water. I will go under the water. Oh, under the water. No!
Okay.
Okay. There's one. It's a little boat.
Yeah.
Whoa!
Whoa. Go feed them?
Yes.
Come on in. How's it going? How's it going?
It's delightful.
Do you like it? You gotta hold your hand out.
Mommy, I feed them to the animals.
Did they eat it?
Yeah.
Did they love it?
Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
What's for dinner?
It's called edible food.
What are you eating?
I eat my pumpkin.
Pumpkin. It's a muffin you eat. Avila.
This thing is by far the best way to boil water. Does it in about a minute, I think, and it gets 2 full cups, so you can make coffee in the morning.
So after staying the night at Smith's Farm Holiday Park, just about 30 minutes from Picton, it was a really nice campground, but we left early in the morning just to get a bit of a head start, heading on our way down to Pancake Rocks.
Shall I wake her up?
Hey.
No. Should
What?
I bother waking her up?
So we just got to, where are we? So we just got to Lake Rotoiti, I think that's how you say it. But it looks pretty awesome. We've been driving for about an hour and a half from where we stayed last night. We didn't really have time to sort of do anything because it was quite dark, but anyway, me was fast asleep. So this is where we are. It's a pretty sweet Subaru Outback there too. Hey.
It's huge. Oh, look at that. Oh, whoa.
It's a constant battle to keep her head back in the seat. So we just stopped here on the side of the road in some valley, but we're just going to make some food up because I just got pulled over from the cops. Because I forgot that when you're towing a trailer, you're only allowed to go 90k an hour, not the normal 100, regardless of what the speed limit is. So I got an $80 ticket. Never mind. What? What's for lunch?
Bacon and eggs.
What are we doing, Mila?
We're going to the beach.
Take Dummy out. What?
We're going to the beach.
To the beach?
Yeah.
Mama doesn't want to drive anymore.
I just got a spot from sitting. Here we go,
small one. I found a small one.
You found a small one?
Yeah.
Oh. So we got camp all set up. You can see the views, pretty epic. This is where we set up, and if you come through here, the beach is like right here. we had to stop and get fuel because there was a sign on the way out here saying that there was no fuel for 90 k's and only had a quarter of a tank. So, but tomorrow's the day where we plan on going from here down to Franz Josef Glacier and all that, down the west coast, and then on to Queenstown tomorrow night, hopefully. So at least we're here a little bit early today and we've got time to chill. The pod trailer's been awesome. You can hardly feel it when I'm towing it along. It's quite light. It weighs less than 400 kilos just by itself, and all we've really put on it is the tent, which is about 60 kilos. I would like to get a bigger tent in the future. We can fit me and Joe and Mila in there, but it's comfortable, but definitely like a big family one would be good. So this stuff is way better than the other stuff everybody buys. So this is just a little track if you head north a little bit more past the beach where the camp is, and you can just drive onto the beach and have a little bit of an explore around. But probably a nice place to have lunch and just hang out, but you can't really go far without crossing a stream, and it definitely is too deep for a four-wheel drive. It was at this point at least anyway, but the views are pretty awesome.
It's the way better. That way is the way better. It's the way better.
What?
It's the way better that way.
Okay. You can go?
Yeah.
Go on. So this is just Pancake Rocks. There's a track that loops around and you can go and have a look at all the views. It's pretty awesome. It's quite a big place. I was going to come back here at sunset and take some landscape photos, but without hopping the fence, which you're really not supposed to do. It's a little bit limited with compositions and stuff that you can do, but nevertheless it's a pretty awesome place. I'd suggest checking it out if you're driving past for sure.
You have to wait.
Kansas that were very pleasant today. However, we are looking for a new front to begin to drift south and eastward. The central and eastern parts of Kansas will very probably be cloudy in the morning, and then western Kansas will begin to get increasing cloudiness by tomorrow afternoon. Today, however, very, very pleasant reading. 73 up in the Goodland area, 72 at Garden City, 70 reported by Dodge City and Liberal, 72 over by the good folks of Garden. City Blackwell area, 68 degrees today.
So after having a pretty good sleep at the beach camp there near Pancake Rocks, we woke up, made some coffee and packed up the truck, heading on our way towards Franz Josef Glacier. We decided to stop there and just have a walk around, but our main goal for today was just to get close to Lake Wanaka and find somewhere to camp, heading on to the four-wheel drive tracks tomorrow. So the campground was really nice. They had real clean facilities, real nice showers, good kitchen, lots of space. Staff were really friendly, so really recommend that place if you're going to stay somewhere around that area.
And of course the possibility of some scattered showers. Today of course there's nothing showing up on the radar, however the satellite photo was pretty interesting for the western half of the U.S. Rain showers and thunder showers along that frontal system and that wide band of fairly heavy snows. Now what will happen each time that you see the frontal system on there, that begins at 6 o'clock in the morning, and then you see the cloud pattern move until 2 o'clock this afternoon. So as of that time, of course, the front was way off in the northwest.
Good for drive.
Into the central part of the nation with a couple of high-pressure cells behind it.
Go for a walk, Mila?
Yeah.
We just got to Franz Josef Glacier, so we're going to enjoy him for a few hours. We're going to have a walk up there, see how Mila goes with the walk. Hey, should we go see the ice?
Yeah.
Got the fridge running.
Sit down there, Mummy.
What's down there?
I'm going there.
Yeah, don't go too close.
Pretty warm. We turned around because Mila's overheating a little bit and we're going to go have some lunch. Still got about 4 hours to go before we get to the lake where we're going to camp as well. So let's head to the camp. We're now at Fantail Falls. You gonna make one, Mila? You gonna make one?
Okay, so start with a big flat one.
So we're at this riverside dock conservation area. Not far out, about 20 minutes out of Wanaka. I'm just not sure if we can camp here. It didn't say we couldn't park here, but obviously that doesn't mean can. So there's not really any downsides. There's no bugs. There's a road, the highway's just up here, but it's not really super noisy. It's quite quiet. This would be an awesome place to stay. Not that many bugs either. Are you getting bitten?
No, but bumblebees.
Vegetarian nachos. Not because I'm vegetarian, it's because we don't have any meat. This is where we're staying tonight. So we left early in the morning again and decided just to stop off at Wanaka to get some coffee, and then we headed over the Crown Range to Arrowtown, where we parked up at the Macetown track ready to do some forward driving. Alright, so we're here in Arrowtown, just about to head up on the Macetown track, which is an off-road track. Has a whole bunch of river crossings and stuff like that, heading up through the mountains. So it's going to be pretty awesome. We just refueled the tanks, and I'm just going to air down the tires, head out to the track, and have some lunch out there probably. So I was driving up the hill here and it got a bit boggy, so I thought that I may have taken some water in on that last crossing because it was quite deep and I don't have a snorkel or anything like that. So all I did was just grab some tools out of the back, took the air intake off, and just had a look around. It was all nice and dry, so I think it was quite a steep incline we were climbing, and I think the fuel just choked out a little bit, so it ended up being fine and we carried on.
When the sun does rise, laying in the bed with bloodshot eyes, late in the evening when the sun sinks low, that's about the time my rooster crows. baggage, but I don't fret. 'Cause there ain't been one slow me down, none yet. Get me drinking that moonshine, get me higher than the grocery bill. Take my troubles to the high wall, throw 'em in the river and get your fill. Ain't nothing better when the wind cuts cold. Oh, it's a mighty hard living, and a damn good feeling to run these roads. People try to tell me red, keep this living and you wind up dead. Cast your troubles on the Lord of Lords, wind up laying on a cooling board. But I got buddies up Whitehouse Road, strutting when my feet hang low. Rock up whiskey gonna ease my pain. All this running's gonna keep me sane. Get me drinking that moonshine, get me higher than the grocery bill. Take my troubles to the high wall, go in the river and get your fill. We've been sniffing that cocaine, ain't nothing better when the wind cuts cold. Oh, it's a mighty hard living, but a damn good feeling to run these roads. It's a damn good feeling to run these roads. Sing them hymns while the banjo plays. You can tell them ladies that they ought not frown, 'cause there ain't been nothing ever held me down. All men, women on shallow graves, same old blues, just a different day. Get me drinking.
Avila.
Yeah, down the bottom of Skipper's Canyon now. Oh, actually I don't know if we're in the bottom, but so it came to a flat bit, and there's a Skipper's Jet, the boat that they have down here, which I didn't know about. I was going to try and cross the river and get a photo of the Jeep over there, but turns out it's actually quite deep and probably not a good idea. But man, that road is pretty sketchy coming down, and we were like, just seemed like risky as, and then this 25-seater bus comes around the corner, so can't be that bad I guess. But bugger being on that tour. Is it scary?
No, it's not.
So just halfway up Crown Range, and I found this little hut I want to get a photo of. Pretty cool, but I don't think I can get across the fence. It looks electric, so I'll do it from here. So fast forward about 3 hours, just after I took that photo of the shed, we drove all the way through Nevis Canyon, and we got right to the summit of Nevis after about an hour and a half, 2 hours. Got out to get some drone footage and realized I'd left my whole camera bag on the side of the road 2 hours back in the long grass. So we had to turn around and go all the way back. Fingers crossed the bag was there. And then on the way back I realized that my friend Kelly, another photographer that lives in Queenstown, and it's only about 5 minutes from where I left my bag. So I messaged her, she ran up there, and we found it. So lucky. I had about $20,000 worth of camera gear in there, both my hard drives, but we've got it back. Now we're on our way to Cromwell for some lunch. So once we got back to the Nevis Valley after finding my camera bag on the side of the road, we decided to carry on and stop off at Mount Cook on our way to Lake Tekapo to camp the night. One thing I'll say about Mount Cook is if you're looking for gas and you're short on fuel, you better get it before you head up through the Mount Cook road, because that gas station there is hopeless and there's only one and it didn't work at all. So lucky I had backup fuel on the trailer. So once we left Mount Cook, we stopped off at Lake Tekapo and stayed in the holiday grounds there, and it was really nice. I just put the camera down, we made some dinner, had some wine, and crashed out for the night. So we just stopped on the coast up near, just past Kaikoura, to see a bunch of seals, sea lions, that are, I don't know if seals or sea lions are the same thing, but anyways, they're just sitting here on the rocks. There's so many of them, so we thought we'd stop and show Maitland. Let's go have a look. Avila, we're going on a big boat.
Look up there.
What is it?
It's a phone.
Oh, yeah. We're in a cabin.
Yeah.
Oh, leave that down, we might fall down.
So this is what a cabin looks like on the Inter-Islander boat. It's pretty small. Mommy's got her bathroom and a mirror. Toilet.
A toilet. It's so nice.
Is it?
Yeah.
Is it comfy?
Yeah.
Lay down.
My head's tired. Hello.
Is it comfortable?
Yes. Hello, comfortable.
Is this beautiful, magical thing that's being prepared here right now?
This is our squash casserole. It's become one of our staples.
So after getting off the ferry onto Wellington ground again, we made our way north and stopped at a top 10 campground just before Taupo. It was pretty rainy and wet, so on the ferry I decided to book a cabin. We just stopped there. We got there about 10 PM, went straight to bed pretty much, and then got up in the morning and started our way home to Auckland. Mila. Where are we? Huh? We're home. Yeah. So we just got back from Queenstown. 7 days. We left last Sunday at 4 AM. We left Auckland, and it has just gone 4:13 PM on Sunday. The Sunday after. So 7 days. It's been epic. It hasn't been long enough. I've learnt a few things about not leaving your camera bag on the side of the road. More importantly, and I don't know if it's a good lesson or a bad lesson, as soon as we started driving through the city, we both kind of realized that it feels more like home on the road to us, and we're seriously considering looking at house buses and stuff like that, which we were already thinking about before, to be fair, but going away has just kind of confirmed that this is something that we both are pretty happy about doing full time. We're fortunate enough that my photography is our whole household income, so we don't really have to be in one place, especially through winter. And I think it's time to start thinking about new options. So stay tuned. Thanks for watching, guys.